Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum everyone. This is your teacher Kashan Ali, and today we are going to discuss about Pakistan Studies Paper 1 History and Cultures topic, the Government of India Act of 1935. As I told you in my previous lectures that the roundtable conferences were totally failed, and British left the last roundtable conference with this final verdict that since the Indian politicians are not serious enough in solving their own issues, so it is the right of the Britishers, being the rulers of the India, to decide its fate. This time the Britishers took their time and they were able to give first proper constitution of the British subcontinent, which was also known as the Government of India Act of 1935. The Government of India Act of 1935 has its significance because it was the very first time that by dissolving all the council systems introduced in the Montage-Chelmsford and Parliamentary reforms in 1909 and 1919, they were rather promising a proper elections, proper parliament, which will be having a lower chamber and the upper chamber. The lower chamber means the National Assembly of National Indian Assembly, and the upper chamber is the Senate, of course. Diarchy, which was introduced in Montage-Chelmsford reforms at the provincial level, it was dropped and it was adapted at the uh, federal level. India had to remain a federation of the United Kingdom, being the part of the United Kingdom. Britishers were there as being the rulers, but they were having the partners, which will be the elected leadership from the Indian side. Very first elections are going to happen, but like everything, Government of India Act has its flaws as well. It was also criticized by Congress and the Muslim League, since both of them were looking very much towards the independent status, or at least the dominion status, or at least the self-rule status of the Indian subcontinent. But unfortunately, Britishers were not so ready to leave India like this quickly. I told you that India was a golden sparrow for the, it was a profit generating machine for the Britishers. So they wouldn't be living like this. So they made the Government of India act like this, that they might rule India for longer than anything. They have tried to give a few things to the Indians in order to make them satisfied. Now it was up to all the political parties within India that how they participate. Another flaw in the system, which was the administrative flaw. It was not the flaw of the Government of India Act. Uh, the policy or the merit for the voting was made in such a style that hardly 25% of the total Indian population is eligible to vote. Since they were very first elections of the Indian subcontinent history in the British India, so it was kind of acceptable. But on the real grounds, maximum population should participate in the elections. Government of India Act was also used by the Indian government after 1947 and the Pakistani government after 1947 as their temporary constitution until they decide and finalize their own constitution. So we can also say that Government of India Act was such an act which actually had deep-seated impact on the forthcoming Indian political events. That's it from my side. Thank you very much.